Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to our Files Insights. Welcome. I welcome you into this beautiful video. It's going to be the predictions of 2024 in this video, and the predictions are going to be kind of just what I've been seeing in terms of my visions. I'm going to tell you guys what the year is about, and also what I've been seeing in terms of my visions. I've been having some pretty strange visions these past couple of days, and I normally when I get these visions, I get them through dreams. Those are more like prophecies. They're more like prophetic dreams, but they tend to happen very quickly. Like I just dreamt about tsunamis, and Russia just had a almost tsunami. But this is the thing: we've been having a lot of almost tsunamis, and we haven't had a tsunami just yet. And I'm seeing tsunamis in 2024, but we'll get into that. Let's get straight into it. Before we do get started, though, you guys already know I'm gonna spray myself with my spiritual spray to protect my energies, to protect the space. And first things first, the card of the Emperor is going to be the card that's going to be ruling 2024. The card of the High Priestess and the card of the Death card is going to be ruling 2024. The card of the Emperor. We'll talk about the Emperor first. The Emperor is the energy of work, of opportunities, of success, of economical success. It says that the economy is going to be more stable or more abundant. It seems like there's going to be more money for a lot of people. It seems like it's going to be more stable. The interest rates are going to start stabilizing themselves. Things are going to start stabilizing themselves. That's what the card of the Emperor. And it's also the year of the dragon, but the year of the dragon doesn't start till February. So we won't see those changes probably till February, because the year of the dragon is what's bringing those changes. So we probably won't start seeing any of those changes till February. But I do see that a lot of people are going to be able to make more money. A lot of people are going to have more opportunities to buy houses, and interest rates and things like that are going to be more stable. The card of the Emperor, though, it does say that we need to take advantage of it. Although there's going to be money, although we're going to be able to make more, we need to grab it and trap it and put it away or manage it very well, because for 2025, things might not be that great economically, but we'll worry about that when 2025 shows up. The card of the Emperor is one of the cards that rules. The other card is the card of the High Priestess. The High Priestess tells us that it's going to be a very political year. There's going to be elections in the United States and in a lot of different places. I believe in Latin America. In Latin America, there's a lot of elections going on as well. And it's going to be a very political year. The year of the dragon, the energy of the dragon, what it's going to cause a lot of problems for politicians, for political people or people in power. There's going to be a lot of tensions, it seems it's more like tensions. It's like a lot of tensions between politicians, political people, political parties. It seems like that's going to be the main topic of the year. In terms of governmental, they're going to be doing whatever they want. They're going to be making changes wherever they want to make changes. They're going to be, because it's also a very strong year in terms of government, in terms of political changes, in terms of radical changes, in terms of people in power being removed and new people taking over. So the card of the High Priestess is the other card. The card of the Death card is the energy of sickness, is the energy of the cold being very strong. And yes, the cold is going to be very strong, but we'll talk about that in just a second. First things first, in terms of visions, I've been having a vision, and it's very interesting because I was seeing that a lot of people are talking about this 9-month cruise. And lately I've been seeing visions, and it was before I even saw that this cruise existed. I've been seeing a lot of visions about a cruise or a boat either having problems, sinking, or going missing, or something going missing in the ocean. Definitely, that's one of the things that I've been seeing. And then the other thing that I see is I do see plane crashes and things being complicated in terms of transportation, planes falling, aircrafts falling, and it seems like that's going to be another topic there. It's going to continue throughout the year of 2024. We're going to continue to see a lot of transportation accidents, is what it's saying. The other vision that I had is that, like I was telling you guys, I see that in terms of tsunamis, we've been getting a lot of like almost tsunamis. But in 2024, I see a strong tsunami. I see a strong tsunami that's either going to be in the Indian Ocean or the Pacific Ocean. But I do see a strong tsunami. All these like little tsunamis that have been happening, but yet they don't reach. Those are like warnings. They're letting us know that something bigger is coming. And I actually did dream. I had a dream vision, so I definitely do see that that's going to happen. And the dream vision that I saw three. They show me one after another, and each one being stronger. So I definitely see, and it also looks like it's going to be a very strong year in terms of lots of water for like the Caribbean, lots of water for a year of lots of water, floods, lots of water in terms of strong storms, intense storms. It seems like it's going to be a very abundant year in terms of water for a lot of places. The other thing that I see in terms of sickness is that now that the cold arrives, because the cold is going to arrive very aggressive, very strong, and once El Nino gets out of the way, that cold front is going to arrive to places that it hasn't arrived yet, and it's going to be record breaking. I see that this year 2024 is going to be a year that's going to break records, and I see that this year we're going to see record breaking snowstorms, record breaking storms. Mainly I'm seeing record breaking in terms of the cold is what I'm seeing. But the card of the death card tells me the cold is going to be arriving very strong. I've already told you that I do see that Texas does receive like cold, like a snowstorm, freezes, but mainly the places that I see that are going to be experiencing the most intense like snowstorms is going to be the places that normally receive a lot of cold weather, like Canada, Europe, Asia as well. I believe they receive a lot of cold, and even Mexico. I see that Mexico is going to be receiving a strong snowstorm as well. But the card of the death card also dominates in terms of sickness. When the cold arrives in terms of extreme cold, which I believe it's already here, it's going to lift up all the sicknesses. 2 plus 2 in 2024, there's 2 plus 2, there's a 4, but there's already another 4 because the 2024 already has a 4. But when you add 2 and 2, so what am I saying? I'm saying there's 2 4s, meaning it's going to be a year of sickness. It's going to be a year that's very aggressive. It's going to be another strong year in terms of natural catastrophes, in terms of earthquakes. And it's our turn. Here in the United States, it's our turn to receive a strong earthquake. We haven't received a strong earthquake just yet in the United States. And everywhere else has. It's our turn to receive a strong earthquake. It's either going to be in Los Angeles, the Bay Area, or Alaska. But I do see that it's going to be another year of strong earthquakes. And I see strong earthquakes in Mexico, Asia, and pretty much in the same locations, Latin America, the United States. But I do see that the strong ones are going to be Asia, the United States, and Mexico, Latin America, right? So those are the specific places. But I do see that we're going to be receiving a strong earthquake here in the United States. But the card of the tower says that it's going to be very radical in terms of climate, because I don't just see that it's going to be radical energies in terms of earthquakes. I see in terms of like tornadoes. I see tornadoes being record breaking. I see that the wind is going to be very strong. I see that climate's going to be very strong. It's going to be another year. And again, I would say that it has to do with climate change. That's what I would say, that it has to do with climate change. The other day I saw the ring around the moon, which I hadn't seen it in almost a full year. And just yesterday, 2 days ago, I saw it, and it tells me that there's another pandemic coming. That sickness that's in China, I do believe it's going to reach us, even though they're saying that it's nothing. I do see that it's going to reach us. So what I tell you, I said I saw another pandemic ending of 2024 into 2025. So, but I definitely do see that in terms of variants and sicknesses are going to pick up in 2024, in terms of new variants, in terms of COVID, in terms of corona and things like that. I do see volcanic eruptions. I do see more volcanoes are going to continue to move. Volcanoes are going to continue to wake up. I do see another strong volcano. I've been seeing something in terms of volcanic eruptions around Australia. So either nearby or around there. I see one in Latin America, that there's going to be a strong volcanic eruption in Latin America as well. Asia, or around those places. Europe, that volcano is going to continue to erupt in Europe. But I do see more volcanic eruptions. I see more volcanoes waking up. Definitely in 2024, they're going to continue. And I mean, in terms of war, I know you guys don't want to hear this, but I see another war. I see another war in 2024, either a new war starting or picking up. I see a lot of tensions between countries continue, and I do see the start of another war. The war in with Israel and in Gaza, that war should be coming to an end soon because they're almost done pretty much destroying everything. And it's not going to end until they destroy everything. Very sad situation. I was seeing videos that they already pretty much destroyed everything. And in terms of Ukraine and Russia, I said the beginning of this year, because it's still 2023. The beginning of this year, I said that I saw that it was going to come to an end soon, or it was going to slow down. I do believe it slowed down because the funding kind of caused problems, but I didn't see that it ended. But I do see that that war is going to end. If it doesn't end in 2024, it ends in 2025, the war between Ukraine and Russia. Because I do believe that if Trump wins, and he's going to pretty much cut all the funding to Ukraine. And going to talk about Trump, unfortunately, if nothing legal happens to him, and even if there's legal stuff happening, he's going to fight tooth and nail. I've said this. If nothing legal happens to him, and there's no other way that they knock him down, it looks like Trump does win. And this isn't going to be my only prediction about this, but it's the prediction that I'm giving for 2024. I'm seeing that Trump does win. And if anything, I would say continue watching my videos, because I might predict something different towards the end, because I'm going to probably give multiple predictions, because this is something that keeps shifting. I did see he had more power, but now that they removed him off, I believe, the Colorado ballot, he did lose a little bit of power, but I still see him pretty strong. So Trump, I'm seeing that he does win. If there's no other way to knock him down in terms of legal wise, in terms of what they're trying to do, if they don't knock him down that way, he still remains with a lot of power. A lot of people do not care for Biden anymore, and the people that did when they voted for him don't anymore. But it is going to be a year that is going to be historical. I do see that it's going to be a historical year. I do see that this year is going to be making history as well. And in terms of artists and famous people, it's going to be another year of where we say goodbye to a lot of artists, a lot of famous people. The card of the star tells me we lost Matthew Perry, and unfortunately, I do see that death has arrived to the Friends cast or the Friends team. And I do see another death, possibly not in 2024, but very soon. And if anything, since what they keep telling me is that there's going to be another Friends cast member, another Friends, people who were involved in making Friends passing away. Because one thing that I've learned is when one person passes, two more go, and only one left so far. So definitely I do see another Friends start passing away. But in terms of in general, I do see we're going to be saying goodbye to a lot more people, like 5 or 6 people in terms of very, very well-known people, old age. Definitely Jimmy Carter. I believe Jimmy Carter is also going to be passing I'm seeing it more around February or beginning of 2024. Unfortunately, that I've already predicted. As well, but I wanted to give it on here as well. The Devil's Comet. I don't know if you guys heard about the Devil's Comet. It's passing in 2024, April 21 of 2024, I believe is the schedule when it's supposed to pass. That's a sign that the devil's going to be very present in 2024, and he's going to be doing whatever he wants. We need to pray. We need to lift up the good vibrations, because right now, unfortunately, he has a lot of power. And I know that I keep saying this year by year, but I keep seeing that he's getting stronger and stronger. And people are losing faith more and more and more. We need to pray and lift up those vibrations to prevent him from having too much power. What does that mean? It means that it's going to be another violent year. Another violent year in terms of natural catastrophes, in terms of terror attacks, in terms of mass shootings. The mass shootings, though, or the terror attacks, I'm seeing them more so outside of the United States. They're still going to be happening in the United States, but we're going to start seeing them in other countries. I've already mentioned it to you. The last vision that I had is I see a school shooting or some sort of a terror attack in public or school in Australia as well. So it's not a coincidence that it just happened in Europe. It's going to happen in other countries now. It's like he's reaching further and further. Who do I see in the Super Bowl? Who do I see in the Super Bowl? I'm going to give another prediction once I see who's in the final. But as of right now, the teams that I see that are either going to make it, either one of these are going to make it to the Super Bowl, or multiple of these, or they're going to make it very far, is Chiefs, 49ers, Eagles, and Lions or Ravens. Definitely they're playing pretty strong as well. But other than that, another strong year in terms of economically seems to be more stable, and there's just a lot of options to make money. I think a lot of people, the people that are making a lot of money, is because you don't want to. But I know you don't want to start an OF and you don't want to do social media, but there's a lot of ways to make money nowadays. It's not just working regular jobs. I think a lot of people are struggling to integrate themselves into this new type of way to make money, but there's a lot of ways to make money. Absolutely. We have a lot of options nowadays. Not telling you to go and open an OF, but I was just saying there is a lot of ways to make money. I do see a lot of people making money, and a lot of changes to laws in 2024 as well. But other than that, you guys, actually, no, I have one more. The other vision that I received in my sleep, and I've mentioned it to you guys, is when the other day that I woke up in my sleep in the middle of the night, and I was dreaming that I was talking to Kourtney Kardashian. And in my dream, I was reading her cards, and I was telling her that one of her family members was going to pass. And that vision, it was so strong that I woke up out of my dream and I stayed thinking about it. And I'm like, boy, what's going to happen? Definitely the death energy is following the Kardashians, the Jenners. It's following the grandmother, MJ. And mainly I see MJ, the one that's going to be struggling with her health. But I do see that the energy of death is going to be following them. They're going to be having a lot of issues, and that they need to take care of themselves in terms of tragedy, accidents, or in terms of health problems. Mainly I see MJ though. MJ is the one that's coming to mind, that she's going to be in the hospital. She's going to be struggling with her health. But it was such a strange way. It's either going to be MJ or Chris, or in general, one of the Kardashians, the Jenners, or the grandmother that I see. Or someone close to them, their family members, somebody close to them, because the energy of death is very close to them. For some reason, and I'm only telling you this because I dreamt it, and it was such a strong vision that it woke me out of my sleep in the middle of the night. And I was so confused because I haven't watched the Kardashians since I was in high school. Other than that, you guys, the sun is going to continue to be very strong. Fires are going to be very strong once again. But it's just going to continue to be the same. The main thing about that I want to say is the cold is going to be very aggressive and record breaking. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your year. If you're watching this in 2024, thank you so much for watching me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.